Hello, I'm Matt the Comic Guy, and today it's a new explaining history. Today it's explaining history's oldest fan of comics itself, the superheroes. See, the comic books have been around since a very, very long time ago, since the 19th century. And ever since then, they have pages and pages of characters, but not really much of major ones, such as the hero, or ones like the villain. When it came to superheroes, there's one started with my favorite Superman, but it's actually a character a couple of years before him. 1936, The Phantom. After The Phantom, a couple of years after that, in 1971, we had Superman. And then we had other DC heroes, such as, again, Satana's father, the character known as Sandman, Batman, and then the other characters from DC and Marvel, including Human Torch, Submariner, Captain America, The Flash, Green Lantern, Alan Scott, and many, many others, starting the golden age of comics. But as soon as we reached the point of after the war, superhero comics stopped being interesting. Instead, it used crime, horror, and comedy. After a while, a man named Frederick Wolfman made Seduction of the Innocent, and that formed the comics cover for it. And though it revived superheroes, starting with Stone Age number 4, revival characters of the Flash. A few years later, we have heroes, revived versions of heroes as Green Lantern. Throughout the 60s and 70s, we had heroes such as, in Marvel Comics, such as Spider-Man, the Hulk, Thor, and the X-Men. Charles Xavier, the Beast, Iceman, Jean Grey, later known as the Phoenix, Cyclops, and of course many other characters that were introduced, such as the iconic character Wolverine. But that was in the Bronze Age of comics. When the Bronze Age of comics, superheroes started to become dark and serious. But after the revival of the Comics Code, there were more and more stories that were being in this dark direction. By the time we get to the 80s and 90s, we get stuff like Watchmen and The Dark Knight Returns. Stuff about the showing superheroes, but then we have the 21st century, when we have more superheroes in more ways than one. And thus, we introduce ourselves to the 2010s, when there was more of them, even more, and that brings us to now, when there's more ways to compete with the most biggest superhero movies, The Fantastic Four and Superman. I am Matt the Comic Guy. See you next time on this Wednesday. Bye.